What's good, beautiful people? I am Chef Mo, and this is ChefLife. This is a document of what it's like to be a real chef. And we're not talking, TV chefs. Those guys who go around and everything's perfect and wonderful in their lives. This ain't gonna be that. This ain't gonna be that. This is gonna be something totally different. Something real. Because I like to keep shit real. I'm going to answer 3 questions, which I think will give you a little bit more insight to this. Later on, I'm going to have a special piece on what it's like to be a culinary mercenary. Basically, me being a freelancer. A little bit of my background. I have been a chef for about 7 years, and I love food. It's real simple. I just love food. I love eating food. I love making food. I like making things that are really pretty, that are so delicious that I get a high five at the end. And that's the thing. If you eat something really good, go thank the chef. Trust. That's what we live for. So I've been cooking for 7 years. I worked at various restaurants. I've done everything from Asian food to 5-star dining to burgers. Done all of it. Right now I'm doing pastry. I work in a pastry department at a catering company for the next little while because it's Christmas and they need extra help, and it's part of the whole culinary. I'll get into it. I also do brunch. I tend to be a bit of a brunch aficionado. I do the meanest brunch you ever done saw. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm about. It's kind of what I do. What else? Oh yeah, by the way, I rap.
And I be delivering this, yes you see, it have to be ruder, I'm sweeter than sugar, and if you wanna step up to me, it's just a straight looker to me, yes you see, and if you wanna step up, I did better think twice, they call me the chef because I get my spice nice every single time.
Right now I've been doing a show called Freestyle Flashcards right here on YouTube. You can go check it out. I'll probably have links at the end of the video. Submit 8 words to me and I will make a rap video for you about whatever the words you give me is. That's how it works. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes it's a fucking disaster. People try to stump me all the time with like crazy long words. I had one person pull out medical dictionaries and start
gives me words off the top of the dome that I can't even do. Cause I'll be doing this too as my monotone big scrope beats and leosis causing it's just atrocious, Dan. What you trying to do to me, man? My head.
I actually have to like research some of the words sometimes. Just cause I'm not too turned on medical terms. I do it, give it the old college try. I do it, and that's, I think, part of the charm of the show. Part of what led me to do this, really. I also edit video. I also do a bunch of that sort of stuff. All of it kind of as a hobby, and I figured that this was the next natural progression of that. So that's about me, and that brings me to... Which brings us to question 2. Question 2 is simple. Why are you doing this? Well... there's a lot of answers to that question, really. First reason is that I thought I lived a pretty interesting life, Being both a chef and a rapper. People say, oh, your life's so cool, you do such cool stuff, da 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 da. And the chef people like the rapping part, and everybody likes the chef part, right? So, it brings up conversation. So I figured this way, people can kind of see what I'm about. Also, one thing I notice about vloggers is that all vloggers are dirty rich people, right? That ain't real. That ain't real at all. See, me, I like to keep shit real. So, show you the real side of doing this. Not getting paid very much for it. Living life, paycheck to paycheck, kind of like that. That's how it works as I stroll through the richest, fanciest part of Toronto right now. And also kind of show you about what Toronto's about, because I fucking love this city. It's fucking great. God, God, I love Toronto. I mean, check that out. It's Christmas time. I took tests. I actually was thinking about moving recently, and I took a bunch of tests, and I realized that this is the only place I want to be. The food scene's fucking phenomenal here. You can get literally any type of food that you want in the entire city, anywhere, either side of the city, multiple places. You can get bad versions of everything here, which is something to say. And you know, the biggest thing about this whole thing is to really kind of show chefs coming up, right? Chef school will teach you a lot, okay? It really will. It'll teach you this and that and the other thing. It'll teach you your 5 other sauces and all that jazz. But it's not, as I jaywalk across the street while vlogging, which is probably not good for the first time I'm doing this. Where was I? Oh yeah, about 5 other sauces and what they teach you in chef school that they're, you know, they may not teach you anywhere else, right? And this is, you know, techniques and stuff like this. How to handle the chipboard, maybe. How to work a service. That's important. You know, tell the real story about what it's like to be a chef. You know, there's a lot of chefs that have written books, right? But this is pretty much as confidential as you're gonna get when it comes to chefing and kitchens and all that jazz, because it's what I do, man. It's what I do. So, that's who I am. That's why I'm doing this. Now comes the question of, what am I gonna do? Keep shit real. Okay, I know, I'm gonna keep it real. But, what else am I gonna do? I guess you could say this is a show by a chef about being a chef in Toronto. That's what it is. I'm going to show you a bunch of stuff. I'm going to try to take you behind the scenes and show you what it's like to really work in a kitchen. I'm going to introduce you to different chefs through interviews and things like this. Go on restaurant reviews, you know, all those cook and show kind of stuffs. Only it's going to be with your boy. Ha ha. Well, I'll be your boy soon. This week, I have a really big special called Behind the Numbers. So, check this out.
What we do here is go back.
One of the most received ideas about chefs is that we tend to work very long hours. And it's true, we do. Not only are the hours long, but the work we do is hard and potentially dangerous. There's a reason why the kitchen is the place you need to get out of if you can't take the heat. There's fire, sharp things, heavy things, hot things, and most things you deal with on a day-to-day basis are at least 2 of all of those things. We don't need to see that either. It's stressful and hard because time is always of the essence. The short amount of time to deliver people their food because you people can't be patient when it's busy. The right amount of time to cook things and the long amount of time to stay chained to your station, be it a stove or a table. So when I'm working those long hours, I tend to do a lot of number crunching in my head, mostly because I get paid by the hour, so I tend to count them a lot. I thought it might be helpful to give you a perspective on what long hours actually mean to break down my current tour of duty, the Culinary Mercenary Tour 2017. For the purpose of this experiment, we'll be looking at a 4-week period and counting hours per week at the end of every week. First week started out simple, and I got most of my days off during this time. I worked the 16th and 17th at a catering company, which had me go to Mississauga for 6 a.m. I got the 17th off, and I started working brunch on the 18th and 19th at an undisclosed restaurant. More about the undisclosed part later. That's when I started my gig at Marigolds and Onions Catering, where I worked Monday and had my shift canceled on Tuesday, which I got paid for. Ching ching. I went back to Marigolds and Onions on Wednesday, then to the Food Dudes on Thursday, and Marigolds and Onions on Friday. Then back to brunch at the undisclosed location on Saturday and Sunday. This week seems a little long because I'm counting a few extra days to round out the Sunday. So do it. It's my list. I took Monday off, but this would be the last day off in the entirety of the tour. Back to Marigolds and Onions on Tuesday to Friday, where I worked 4 days and managed to rack up 40 hours. And then back to brunch on the weekend to round out the week. Right about now is where the wheels fall off. I work at Marigolds and Onions 5 days of the week, which rounds out to be about 10 hours a day. Back to brunch on the weekends. Because at this point I quit working at the brunch job. It wasn't necessarily about the hours. I mean, it was rough, but whatever. There was a whole slew of problems. Namely, one of the big ones was that this place started making me serve packaged holidays. And I have standards. So I quit the brunch place. And due to my fact that I don't speak negatively about anything, they just don't get mentioned here. Because I don't work there anymore. Brings us to the last week, Monday to Friday, December 15th, where I will work straight through, and as a big finale, work an extra event gig on Friday night until 9:30 p.m. at the Food Dudes, just because I'm absolutely insane. All in all, over a 30-day period, I worked a total of 224 hours, an average of about 56 hours a week, or on average about 7.5 hours per day, 7 days a week. That's every single day of the week, cooking food for people for money. Now, some of you are saying, wow, that's a lot of work, but other chefs are probably scoffing at it. When I took this on, I figured my schedule would be lighter than when I was a head chef at a restaurant. You know what? I was right. When I was working as a head chef of a restaurant, I would work 50 to 60 hours per week regularly. And that wasn't even during the holidays. There's a lot of chefs out there who do the same. We spend a lot of time away from our families and our friends. We sacrifice our social life in pursuit of our passions. And after a while, there's no more friends, no more family. It's just about the food. That's it. That's the first episode of ChefLife, I guess. You made it all the way through. I'd like to thank you for making it all the way through this. If you like this, please share it around, because otherwise ain't nobody gonna hear about it but me. I want to give some big shout outs first to Marigolds and Onions Catering, especially Chef Rosita. I tried to put her in this and she was like, nah, I wanna. So that's what you get. You get me looking at you being like, I don't wanna. I want to also give a shout out to Food Dudes Catering for not kicking me out when I started videotaping stuff, and to Stellar Culinary, the agency I work for. If you like this, like it, little thumbs up down at the bottom there. If you want to subscribe to my channel, do that. You can get Freestyle Flashcards episodes. You can go back and watch a few of them if you want to. I don't know. That shit's up to you. I've had a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. Deuces to uses. Chef Mo out. No, I'm not going to end it like that. Thanks for watching. Deuces to uses. That's what I usually say. So I'm going to say it here. Deuces to uses. Hey, did you like that video? Well, if you did, check out some of these other videos. Or if you want to get updated on the new stuff, subscribe to the channel. If you want all the new information, just visit chefmotoronto.com.